The current 8-ball champion looks to repeat as he defends his title against a young Turk from Bloomington, Minnesota, Jimmy Wetch, a surprise finalist looking for the first major title of his professional career. Hello and welcome to the Pro Billiard Tour. We greet you from the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. And tonight, the Camel Pro Billiard Series opens up our television year by bringing you the finals of the World 8-Ball Championship. And what a tournament it has been, and what a championship final we've got, and what a year for the Camel Series. You know, there'll be 14 major tournaments televised. You'll see them all right here on Prime. And for the professionals, $1.5 million in prize money, and then at the end of the tournament year, another $250,000 that'll be divided up among the best of the best according to the point system. I'm Tom Kelly, your host. We welcome you to our telecast. We've got Efren Reyes, the defending champion, World 8-Ball, and he's in against a young guy from Bloomington, Minnesota, Jimmy Wetch, who is a surprise finalist, frankly, but he played brilliantly in the semifinals, ousting Johnny Archer. I've got two of the best players the game has ever seen with me. They'll provide the color commentary and the expertise. This, of course, is the rifleman Buddy Hall. The handsome youngster over here is the Colonel from Kentucky. This is Nick Varner, a Hall of Famer. And let's find out your thoughts about this. First of all, Buddy, $1.5 million gets the juices going, and the activity is great. The competition heavy on the tour.
It makes you want to get on the table and practice.
Indeed it does, and we can look for you. You're playing well this year. You're off to a pretty good start.
I've been playing real well.
Indeed. The fellow over to my right, a Hall of Famer, has been playing great. He wins the tournament up at Reno, finished 4th at San Diego. You're playing good, Nick.
Yeah, I'm off to a good start this year. I really enjoy playing on the tour this year.
You might have been in the semifinals. You and Reyes had a great match, but you kind of snickered yourself in that one and lost out, didn't you?
Yeah, he got me. He got off to a good start, and he played a really great match, and I kind of snookered myself behind the 8 like you saw it. You saw it.
I was standing there. It was indeed. Now then, let's talk a little bit about this. Reyes is awfully tough to beat.
Well, he's proved he's a World 8-Ball champion. He's defending his title, and I'm sure he'd like to make it 2 in a row. And then you got Jimmy Wetch, who faced him in a tournament earlier in the year, right. And he's going to be trying to break through and prove that he can really play.
Wetch was down in Commerce, the Commerce Casino, and he actually had Reyes down 5-1, Buddy. And Reyes was sitting on the stool. The minute he got a chance to play, he ran it off and beat him 11-5. Wetch has got a little something to prove, I guess.
Wetch has got a lot to prove. He's wanting to show people that he might be the best 8-ball player in the world, too.
He might indeed. We thank you for joining us. It'll be a great match. You stay tuned now. We'll be back for the lag to see who gets the first break in the World 8-Ball Championship. Don't go away. From the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada, the Pro Billiards Tour presents the Camel Pro Billiards Series, brought to you by AMF Playmaster, bringing quality to the table, American Professional Billiards, and by Mayuchi, used by more pros than any other custom cue. These are the two semifinalists. First of all, this is Jimmy Wetch, and Jimmy was escorted in by two lovely ladies. And here's Efren Reyes. He, too, has two beautiful women, one on each arm. They're members, of course, of the Crazy Lady Review here at the Riviera Hotel and Casino. And a great crowd on hand to watch this championship match. And we now take you to the two gentlemen at the table. The ladies have disappeared and gone to work, and now these two guys are going to go to work. They lag to see who gets the first break. That's Reyes on the left and Jimmy Wetch on the right. And the man who puts the ball closest to the rail in front of him will get to break first, and it's an all-important advantage, and it's going to go to Reyes as Wetch didn't get the ball back to the rail. And we'll check the rules that govern 8-ball competition. This is the only 8-ball tournament that the pros play. As you can see the rules, you can shoot any ball, the full rack, but depends on what falls out of the break. 8-ball cannot be struck first at any time. If you scratch on the break, it's a ball in hand. And of course, it's a race to 8, and you have to call the 8-ball to make it and win the rack. Now then, all balls stay down. Only the 8 ball must be called. And 3 consecutive fouls by a player, and that loses the rack. And obviously the game. So here's Reyes now. Reyes was absolutely brilliant and effortless, it seems, in the semifinal match against Steve Miserak. When he defeated Miserak, it looks like the 7 ball is going to go. It rattled right in the cage and wouldn't fall. He defeated Miserak 8-0. Unbelievable. Miserak got off the stool twice, made 2 balls, did not make another on either occasion. And Reyes ran every table and won 8-0. Here's Wetch getting to start first. And what's he looking at, gentlemen?
He's looking to see what choice he's going to make, whether he wants to go with the low number balls or the high number balls, and he's checking to see which ones are the easiest to run.
The table seems to be pretty well spread out for him. The 8 ball is right in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like the balls he's worried about seems to be right there above the spot, that stripe, but looks like he's electing to maybe take either the ball hung up or the ball on the side.
Right, he wants the solids. They're laying out.
Jimmy's from Bloomington, Minnesota. Has his own pool parlor back there. The Crown Plaza is the name of it.
Well, I'll say one thing. Jimmy's got to be pretty happy because in the last match when Efren was playing Steve, he just broke, ran out. And for Jimmy to get started here with the first shot, he's got to feel pretty good after making that first ball.
I would think it's a confidence booster. And let's face it, Efren Reyes, called the Magician, is considered, perhaps we've told you many times, the best pool player in the world. And if you can get one up on Reyes at any time, it has to give you a feeling of confidence because the man is truly an outstanding player. But hey, we've had 61 of the best players in the world competing all week long. They have been tremendous matches. No match except the semifinal was 8-0. Nick or Buddy, they were all 8-7, 8-6. They were tight.
Right, they were real tight. This this match right here is not only a match between these 2 guys that when they played over to Commerce Casino, but they've also played in this tournament, and Jimmy happened to come out the winner.
Yes, he beat Reyes. Yeah.
Match.
It put Reyes in the 1-loser bracket, didn't it?
Right, and now Reyes has fought his way all the way back, and here they are again. He said, well, let's see if you can do it again, big boy.
That's right.
Sometime, buddy, it's Tom, it's hard to beat it. This same guy twice.
Really.
Especially if that guy's Efren Reyes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the old saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, or something like that. Just paraphrase it to play, beat me once, shame on you. Beat me twice, shame on me.
I tell you what, he seems to be moving around the table with a lot of confidence.
Yes. Nice. He's a slow and deliberate type player, and he doesn't do anything in a big hurry, and he looks everything over carefully. And, of course, why not? 6 ball in the corner. This is a very important match for him, obviously, in addition to the points. And we told you there's a $250,000 pot the best of the best are going to cut up at the end of the year. And, of course, it's all based on the points scored during the Pro Billiard Tour year. And, of course, you win one of these, you get 200 points.
Yeah, I think everybody's been practicing a lot more this year with this Camel Pro Billiard Series and the big pot, that $250,000 pot at the end of the year. Everybody seems to be really in a good humor on the tour. Everybody seems happy, and seems like if people are playing a lot better this year.
Yeah, very competitive. Is that 8 ball? Is that the 15 ball that's got next to the 8 ball there? What is that?
Yes, it is.
You know what you were talking about, all this money out here on the tour's got everybody practicing. That's why you're seeing such great play.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Buddy's one of them because he started off this year with a bang.
That's loss of game. That was loss of game.
Reyes sits there and wins game number 1 and didn't do anything but break the rack, didn't he, huh?
14, last ball
he
rolling.
makes it. The 14, indeed. It was Buddy Hall, the last ball rolling.
There's a certain element of luck involved in the break,
yes.
but after that, they don't call him the Magician just because they feel like tagging him with a nickname. He does stuff that's mystical. he does things on the table that other people don't understand.
And I'll tell you, and I've got a guy sitting right next to me that played him one whale of a match yesterday, Nick Varner. You were down 4-0 or 4-1, Nick?
4-0.
4-0, and battled your way back. And you played some of the best pool I've seen, and this guy can really play. And when you pressure him, he seems to rise to the occasion. At least he has most of the time. In 1995, he won 5 tournaments, including this 8-ball championship.
Well, you hit the nail on the head when you said he rises to the occasion. I promise you one thing. When you beat this guy, you will not walk away and say, I played a mediocre game. You will walk away saying, I played a great game.
Yeah. It's one of those, look what I just did, Mother. Let me call you on the phone and talk to you about it.
Yeah. And he's such a marvelous player to watch play the game.
All the way up in the corner.
Oh.
Yeah, that had kind of a little wobble to it, but it fell.
He used the whole pocket, Tom.
Yeah, yeah. That's my kind of game. Use the whole pocket and then have a little light axe in your pocket. You can make the corner just a little bit rounder.
Well, I'm surprised, Tom. We haven't seen your favorite shot yet in this match.
No, not a combination yet. I'm a little bit disappointed in the whole thing, too, but it's early. It's early. I told you about as you watch Efren Reyes in action, why the point totals that determine who gets a share of that pot. $250,000 at the end of the year. Nick Varner's up there with 350 points. Buddy Hall, 200 points. Each and every week on the Pro Billiard Tour, it is very, very important.
Yeah, Buddy Buddy, you just signed with and got a new cue, Miyuchi Q. You've got off to a strong start this year. How's the cue working out?
It's working out great. I signed with Miyuchi, and the worst I've finished is 5th and 6th.
Off to a really good start.
All right, Efren Reyes has taken a 2-0 lead in the race to 8. We'll be back with more of the World 8-Ball Championship from the Riviera Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas after this pause. You're watching the World 8-Ball Championship. Efren Reyes is playing Johnny Wetch in this championship match, and Reyes now leads 2-0. He had the first break, didn't make a ball. Wetch was on his way, called the 8-ball, missed it, and of course that racked that one over to Efren Reyes. He came back and broke the second rack and ran it and called the 8-ball and made it. Now he's got the third break. He's made 1 ball. And he looks, I thought he was going to scratch for a moment there.
Well, he made a stripe on the side, so he's got, looks like he's got the stripes again.
Looks like there's a lot of table between the cue ball and the stripes.
Yeah, I've seen that go against a couple people this week. In fact, I've seen it go against more than a couple. You make a stripe and then don't have a shot at a stripe.
Yeah.
Well, you still have stripes.
Yeah, they're yours. Good, bad, or indifferent. Reyes has advanced into this championship defense. Remember, he is the current 8-ball champion. He defeated Steve Borolski, Jim Rempe, Jimmy Wetch. He lost to Wetch, beat Nick Varner, Ismail Paez, Rafael Martinez, and then defeated Steve Miserak 8-0. And now Jimmy Wetch is back, having defeated Johnny Archer, and here they are in this championship match. Oh, Reyes,
nice
is
shot.
that a touch? Huh?
He broke out those 2 balls. He had that stripe touching the solid, and he's already got him apart where he can play the 10 ball.
He leads 2-0 in the race to 8.
Oh,
I can't believe it.
Well, that's uncharacteristic.
Oh, boy.
That's very uncharacteristic.
Oh. Well, I tell you, the crowd responds, and Reyes just looks at it. He's as stunned as anybody, and Wetch realizes he's got a new lease on life, and it's kind of like tear out my eyes. I've seen everything now when Reyes leaves that 9-ball hanging right in the side pocket.
Yeah, he's got to be awful happy because it looks like he's going to be three games down with Efren breaking, and now he's got a chance to make it 2-1, and he's breaking. What a big difference that is.
Boy, indeed. He's got to control himself now and gain his composure. He had an opportunity to take a 1-0 lead and didn't make the 8-ball after the opening break, and now he's got a chance to run the table. Scott Smith, who's the referee.
He needs to go after the 2 ball as fast as soon as possible. The 2's laying over by the 9. He's going to probably play position to the 2 off of the 3.
Yeah, he's got that 9 right in the middle of a couple of his solids. That 9's kind of position where it makes it a little tough to get in there for position. So that's a little critical for him.
The good news is that Reyes didn't make it, and the bad news would be that Reyes left it in a spot that's going to cause him a couple of problems in positioning himself for other solid balls, huh?
Now, if he can make that 7, if that goes by the 1 ball, he can bounce off the rail and have a pretty nice angle on the 2 without it getting real thin. The danger here, Tom, is if he gets off the rail too much, that 2 gets to be a tough ball to pocket.
Right, I believe the 7 passes.
Looks like it does, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
7 will pass down in the corner. You're watching Jimmy Wetch, a youngster out of Bloomington, Minnesota.
He may have to play the 1 before he plays the 2, huh, buddy? Oh, that was a smart move.
Very nice.
There.
Very nice. Took that 9 right out of any problem for him at all. Just dropped it right in the side pocket. Now he's got clear sailing.
Oh, boy, that was good thinking there.
That sure was.
And, of course, as long as he made the solid ball, why, he can put that higher numbered ball in without any penalty at all. You know, he's got the 1 out of the way, and we'll take the 2 up. Here's how Jimmy Wetch got to this championship go. Jimmy Wetch defeated Ray Schultz, Rodolfo Luat. He beat Reyes. He lost to Mizrak, came back and beat Davenport. And now here he is earlier having defeated Johnny Archer. And now he's playing for the first major title of his young professional career. Kind of wobbled a bit going in, didn't it,
He used the whole pocket on that one.
What's he? Will he take the 6 ball now, or what's his next bit of strategy here? What do you think?
I believe he'll shoot the 6 and then try to get a nice angle on the 5 to get position on the 8. It's just a matter of preference whether you play above the 12 or below the 12. He came below it. That's perfect.
Now the 5 ball and then the 8. Remember, he's trying to get back into this match. He's down 2-0.
He's going to play the 5 and 8 in the same pocket.
Lovely. Nice position.
Nice touch there.
Now he's got a little table to reach over, and he must be careful.
Oh.
Boy, you know, he almost touched that ball.
Right, he almost fouled the cue ball.
He slipped.
All right. 2-1. And young Jimmy Wetch is right back into this match with Reyes, and he, of course, now has the break. Now you notice that the ball is queued up, or excuse me, the cue ball is set inside the box, and that's where you break from.
Yeah, that's a rule we changed this year where you have to break not only in this 8-ball tournament but in our 9-ball tournaments, and everybody seems pretty happy with it. It makes the break shot a little bit harder.
You guys, of course, and all of you people on this tour, all 61 of the pros that took part to start it, can play any game. Steve Mizrak, I guess, could win any game that you play with a stick and a ball. He's done it for 2.5 or 3 decades. Is 8-ball that big a change for you from the 9-ball? I know you played the 9-ball the whole year.
9-ball and 8-ball are really two different games. But with 9-ball, you have one shot. You play in rotation. You know you're always going to have to take off with a 1-ball. With 8-ball, you have options. You have multiple options. You kind of get to pick the way you want to go. So you dictate what the game wants, and playing 9-ball dictates to you.
And I suppose, Nick Varner, 9-ball has more strategy to it and more. You get the push out in 9-ball. You don't have it in 8. You've got to make the balls in rotation, so there's a chance to hide it and snooker them and everything else.
Yeah, an 8-ball, Tom, one of the differences is the fact that when you're playing your pattern of balls, you have a lot of choices to make, and but still, yet in the game, the break shot is, if it's not as important in 9-ball, it's as important in 8-ball. Sometimes I think the break shots may be a little bit more important in this game.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest difference here that I found out in this tournament, even though you don't have as difficult as shots most of the time in 8-ball, when you get just like a medium difficult shot, it seems like that shot's so much harder. In 9-ball, you would just take that shot for granted, but there's so much pressure in 8-ball because in 9-ball, right up to the 9, you can play a defensive or a safety on the 9.
Yep.
When you get down to just 1 or 2 balls in the 8-ball, there's hardly any way to play safe normally.
That's right. And you were looking at Scott Smith, who's our referee and the man in charge, and who is a tireless worker here on the pro billiard circuit. He is the man they all look to for the rules and regulations. He settles all disputes. If there's a rack that you can't quite get put together, call Scott. He'll pop in, whether it's on Monday of the tournament week or in the semifinals or what have you, and his word is law. It does a tremendous job.
Jimmy has a big problem here. He has the 13 ball sits up there by the 3 up in the upper left-hand corner. I don't believe that ball passes anything. He's going to have to figure out a way to get to that ball. And he better start thinking about it right away.
Yeah, he has to move something over there because I don't even think he has a bank, buddy. I think the 3's got it blocked. The 1's got it blocked for even a bank shot. He's almost got to move something on that side of the table.
He does indeed. And of course, as our two experts have pointed out, I think, if he gets down to where that ball is what he's got to play, he's got to move it out and make it available to put in the pocket before it becomes the last ball for him to play. Because
Watch
if he
this,
can't,
Tom. I think he's getting ready to play a combination. Your favorite
You're
shot,
kidding.
maybe. I know you like that shot.
I'd love it. I'd love it. I tell you, Nick Varner is the master of the combination. He's got more trick shots than a monkey with a new rope. I'm telling you, he's got moves.
I shot those 2 combinations earlier tonight just for you, Tom. I knew you'd like them.
They were beautiful.
He has to lay right against the rail on this shot. He needs to actually hit the 7 trade places with it. Oh. He overcut it. Missed the 7.
Yeah. He was trying to do everything you said, Buddy Hall, and he didn't get anything done, did he?
You know, this is kind of an interesting rack for Efren right here. Buddy, you think he's going to try to make a ball here or play a defensive shot?
Well, he may go to a strategy shot, but I believe he's playing safe. See, I don't know if that's any good or not.
He's left him a shot on that stripe out by the 8-ball. I don't think
Right.
I think he planned on leaving him behind the 7 there. In fact, he might even have a shot to go down there and tear out that 13, and that 9-ball's hanging.
He does have a shot. Here's a problem right here with the 13 and the 3. What he's going to try to do is pocket this ball down in this corner, bring the cue ball into this area right in here to mess with that cluster of balls. He's going to have to spin the cue ball quite a bit, but he does have a shot.
He might not be able to get down there unless he kisses off the 1. He might have to. I don't know if he can get down low enough without hitting that 1 first and then trying to glance into him.
He didn't even play it.
He's trying to play a kiss shot off that 13 and 3 in the left corner, but I think he might have snookered himself on the 13. See, that's what he's looking at. He was going to play a kiss shot on the 13, and he got behind the 1.
He has no shot now, unless he can shoot it to 13. If he can't shoot it to 13 now, all of that stuff there is just a problem for him.
He's looking to try to get an angle to bank, move the 3 ball out of the way, cross corner, but I'm not sure he can keep from getting snookered here, buddy.
I don't think he can stop his ball there. Maybe he can.
He's going to have to bump that ball. Well, he can hit the 13.
Can you make it?
I think he'll have to 3-rail it. I think he'll play a 3-rail shot on it here. Play the cue ball, try to scoot the cue ball up to the end rail somewhere.
Either that or he's going to try to play across corner and move the 3 out of the way so it goes. One of those 2. He could play 2 in the side too, but I think he'd be.
I think what he may do is play this ball 3 rails to this corner pocket, landing the cue ball right here. So in case it does go, he'll have a shot down in the corner with the 8 ball.
And the stripe is the ball he's playing, the 13 ball, and the 3 ball.
Buddy, you hit the nail on the head. That's what he was trying to do. The thought was there.
He tried to make it 3 rails. He just caught it too sharp.
Now that's what I mean, Tom. When you get down close to the end, there's no place to hide. In 9 ball, you can play safe up to the last ball. That's why there's so much pressure running out in this game.
Here,
I felt more pressure running out in this game this week than I do in 9 ball, buddy.
Yes.
He has 1 ball to make, and he didn't make it, and now he has left the table relatively wide open for Reyes, who's up off the chair and ready to run the rack on him here.
And the thing about 8 ball also, when you have 1 ball left on the table and you miss, more than likely you're not going to ever get another open shot at that ball.
Even if your opponent can't make a ball, like there's usually, he's got 6 or 7 of his balls out there, and he usually just, if he doesn't have a good shot, he puts you behind one of them, and then if he gets ball in hand, then it's over.
Right.
Like.
Now, a moment ago, Reyes shocked everybody in the building, and I'm sure you, who are acquainted with how good he can play, by leaving one hanging right there in the middle of the side pocket. But you only get 1 shot, generally, a season like that from Reyes that you can take to your advantage.
I tell you what, the way he looked at that 9 ball still sitting on the table, like somebody picked his pocket.
That's right. Reyes trying to take an advantage of 3-1 in the race to 8. You're watching the World 8-Ball Championship. We're at the Riviera Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. I'm Tom Kelly with 2 of the great players the game has ever had, Nick Varner, Hall of Famer, and Buddy Hall, the rifleman. They and the entire Pro Billiard Tour all enthused about this magnificent new season starting here tonight. $1.5 million in prize money.
$1.75 million.
Yeah, you throw that $250,000 in, isn't it? We're talking almost $2 million.
That's right.
Oh, it's almost tripled over what it was last year, Tom. We're just so excited. Everybody's so happy. All you see is smiles on the Pro Tour now.
The way to go. Reyes calls it and puts it in the side pocket. He now leads 3-1. We'll be back with more of this 8-Ball Championship match from the Riviera after this message. Reyes leads 3 games to 1, and he now has the break as he steps up to the table. Scott Smith says, play away, Mr. Reyes. He leads Jimmy Wetch by a 3-1 count.
You see leads change, you know, back and forth in the 8-ball matches. I don't see hardly any problems here. I feel like he's going to have to take the solids because of this ball right here. It seems like that everything is opened up for him. I see clear sailing from there.
That's his choice, and he starts out. Got the 6 ball up in the corner.
Well, that's a big factor in this game is you get a good shot with the balls laying in pretty good position. That's pretty important in winning these matches in this 8-ball.
Wow, he hit that ball very short.
Yeah, he did. I thought it was a lock to clean up that end of the table without a whimper, and he doesn't have really a good angle on that 6 ball, does he?
No, he's a little thin. He's going to have to go probably with a long shot on that orange ball.
Down in
this
the corner.
Is the ball that he wanted to play position on.
Yeah.
I believe this is the ball he's going to have to shoot at. He wanted to come all the way out to play the 6 in the corner, but now he has to come with a long shot, and the only balls he can play position on are close to other balls.
Well, and even as good as Reyes is, there's a lot of table between that cue ball and the object ball. He does have a sweet stroke, though, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He hit it well.
Oh, he's so smooth, and he's got such a great tempo and rhythm. That's why the people really like to watch him play. He just looks so good at the table when the cue ball's moving around, and always seems to slide right where it needs to be.
Yeah.
This is a matter of preference here. Myself, I would probably play the 1, then the 2, then go up table for the 6. You have a shot to go to play position on the 2. He may shoot the 2 and try to play position. I mean, shoot the 6, try to play position on the 1. I don't like that because the 10's laying there. I believe he'll end up shooting the 1.
I like getting the 1 out of the way, but
I do too. But he's not going to do it.
Shot.
He's going for the 6.
I think this is the wrong shot.
he's coming all the way down for that 2 ball, huh?
He's got to land right in there with it.
That's right. He's got to stop right there if he's going to.
He's okay.
He can pass by that and make it, huh?
I think so.
I'll tell you what, he may have to play that 1 in the corner. I would have rather played it in the side and then did that. Shot the 1 first. It shows you in this game you do have a choice, don't you, buddy?
Now, he's going to be in trouble if the ball keeps rolling.
I tell you what, I think he snookered himself.
I think he did too.
He might be able to cut it in that right corner pocket.
It'll be touchy whether he has enough room to make that ball or not.
It's close. Whether he can hit enough of it, or if I believe that stripe's in the way.
I do too. I tell you, it is a shot worthy of the man's talent, though. If he can pull it off, it'll be something.
He's going to try to kick it in 1 rail, and he is good at these shots. What a shot! What can you say about that one?
Well, and you know, it appeared that it was such a routine shot if he'd have made it before he tried for the 6. And then he turned it into a difficult shot. And now he calls the 8 ball and wins it. Take another look at Reyes as he almost snookered himself. Came off the rail and put it right back into the side pocket. Magnificent. And then, of course, simple to put the... Here's the shot.
He hit it well. He hit it the right speed to follow right on through.
And so Reyes continues. He leads now 4-1. After the first 5 games, it's a race to 8, and the World 8-Ball Championship still to be decided. We'll be back with more after this. We continue with our coverage of the World's 8-Ball Championship. We're with the Pro Billiard Tour. This is the Camel Pro Billiard Series, our first television stop. We'll have 14 major championships. You'll watch them on television throughout the year. Efren Reyes, seeded number 2 in this tournament, playing for the championship that he's defending. Made a ball up in the corner. He leads 4-1 against Jimmy Wetch, young man out of Bloomington, Minnesota. Reyes might have just made that 1 ball shot a little tougher just so we'd sit here and ooh and ah about it, gentlemen, because he had a big opportunity to routinely put it in that side, and he turned it into a marvelous shot.
A crowd-pleasing shot.
Indeed, indeed.
The only thing I can see here, it's these 2 balls here. If he takes the stripes, he's going to have to go with those right now. He has, I believe he has to shoot the stripes because this is the 13 ball right here. It blocks the 3.
He's going to go with the solids, I think.
I don't understand that.
Maybe he has to.
Oh, did he make a solid?
He might have just made 1.
Oh, if he made a solid.
Good call, Nicky. I wasn't paying attention
I'm
to
sorry,
that either.
I was asleep.
Because I'm sure if he had a choice, he wouldn't pick that 3 where it, pick the low ones where that position of that 3 is. That's going to be the key to this rack is the 3 and 13 in the upper right corners. You got to get in and get that red ball.
Right, he's going after it right now. He's going after the 3 right now. Oh.
Didn't put enough on it. He didn't leave himself any bargain with that 5 ball either, did he?
He's going to play this 3 off that stripe, I believe. He's looking at it. Those 2 stripes that are together, he's going to play that 3 off the ball. Yeah, you got it on the nose. You'll like this.
Oh, that's... If he
Watch
pulls.
this shot. Oh, what a beautiful shot, huh? Well, he's done about everything but pull the rabbit out of the hat here lately in this match, hasn't he?
Unbelievable. And Nicky, you were right on top of your game when you spotted that. What a beautiful shot he played in the corner. Now he's coming over for the 5 ball. Look at this shot again. Is that something? Takes it right off the 13. And comes across with the cue ball to get position for the 8 ball, huh? Beautiful, beautiful. Reyes makes it look so easy. He's having a marvelous tournament. Came out of the loser's bracket, I might add. And so far is defending his title in magnificent fashion. He has taken a 5-1 lead over Jimmy Wetch as we battled here at the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas, the World 8-Ball Championship. More action in a moment. The action continues as Efren Reyes, 5-1 now after 6 games. It is the race to 8. Nice crowd on hand. There's been 4,000 members of the APA, the American Pool Players Association, having their national 8-ball tournament here. Men and women from all over the country, teams, magnificent competition. And quite frankly, the Pro Billiard Tour players accommodate the APA by playing this 8-ball championship in conjunction with their big week-long tournament. So it's a hand-in-glove situation. The pros are only too willing to go along and support the amateur competition, and all in all, it works out very nicely. And the Riviera Hotel has been awash with pool cues and guys talking the game and everything else. It's been a very busy week.
He has a little bit of a problem here with the 13 ball that is laying right down here by the 6.
Balls attempted by Reyes, 28. Balls pocketed. Nice, huh? Shooting percentage, 96. 87 for Jimmy Wetch. Made 20 out of 23 balls. Pat Fleming.
Boy, those
Reyes did it again, didn't he?
Those statistics. You know, Reyes hadn't pocketed that many more balls for him to be so far ahead. That first game where Jimmy ran out the table and then made 8 in the wrong pocket, that's kind of misleading on those balls pocketed on those statistics.
That's right. Yeah, Pat Fleming keeps those statistics and does an outstanding job, huh?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great innovation to our telecast, and we thank him for his concerted hard work in that area. Well, now, you know, the crowd anxious to see this young player from Minnesota show them how good he can play. They were amazed again that Reyes missed one, kind of a long shot across the table, and now here's Wetch up with a chance to go, and cue ball is at the top of your screen over by the side pocket, and that's the 5 ball he's looking at.
See what he has to do. It looks like to me that unless he's going to play a combination, it looks like he needs to get that 4 out of there and come back over for the 7 so he can get the 1. The 14 is blocking that 1 on the top of the screen.
He has to move the 4 to open up the 1, and he has to make the 6 that's laying down here behind the 13. He has a couple problems here.
Yeah, that 14 and 1 on the top of the screen, that's what he's thinking about, and that 4 is blocking the hole over here, so he almost needs to make it before he moves that 7 so he can get position on the 1. Now
he's going to do just that.
That was a nice shot.
Yeah,
that was
beautiful.
Great thinking, because now he can come across for the 7 and then he'll fall good on the 1.
So he'll put that 4 ball in the pocket up to the left-hand side of your screen, up in the corner.
He may be thinking about the 6 right now too, fellas.
Well, he's walking that way, down that way, looking things over. Remember, he's trailing now 5-1. This is a golden opportunity after a miss by Reyes for Wetch to get right back into this competition. There's the 4 ball, took it out of the way.
That's no
He's
good.
coming all the way down for the 6, and
no good.
No, that's
he
not
might
good.
be able to go rail first, though. See where he might be able to go to the right of, on the screen, it's to the left of the 13, and come off the rail and kick the 6 in this corner pocket.
Boy.
If he has a shot at the 3, I believe he'll shoot at the 3.
I don't know if the 3's any. He really.
He probably
He's going to try that.
Yeah, he's going rail first.
Oh,
Good
nice shot. Nice shot.
That opened everything.
Yeah, that made it nice there.
Really. Yeah, he can choose the 3 ball now, or he can go up and shoot the 7 or whatever, and the 1 ball is waiting for him up there. Good position. It's in a golden opportunity here to run the rest of this rack, isn't it?
The 8 ball's the only thing that I see that could give him a problem. If he doesn't land just right on the 1, then he may have trouble getting to the 8.
It's right there next to the 9, but he could put it down in the lower right-hand corner with the right position, couldn't he?
Yeah, it's a shame he had to move that 3. I'd like to save that one to the last one.
Yeah.
Because it's close to the 8.
Yeah. Now he's got to go forward. He doesn't want to follow up underneath the 14, but he has to have a down angle to get to the 8. He don't like it either. He doesn't like having to
I'll
roll that
tell
ball.
you what,
No.
I wouldn't like it either. I'd like to bounce off that end rail, but that 14's in the way, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
the only problem with popping this shot, you don't get the forward motion that you need. You don't get to go
Yeah.
forward. There's a shot you have to roll and just settle for the top of the cue ball. See?
He's
Oh,
boy.
what a nice touch that was.
very nice.
Well done.
That
Very
proves
nice.
he's playing great right there when
Yeah.
you can
Yes.
shoot that shot.
That's a hard shot to control.
That is.
And considering that he's playing for the first major championship that he's had a real crack at in his young pro career, why, there's all kinds of added pressure on Jimmy Wetch.
Well, it's the first time he's played for the world title, and those are hard ones to win.
Boy. Nice.
He's going to play it.
Looks like he fell real good. That was great position there.
It's not. It doesn't look like the easiest of shots to me. Is it?
Well, when you're down 5-1, it's a real tough shot.
Boy.
But as a rule, he would make this shot, and I believe he'll make this one. I believe he'll make it. I believe
That
he has a
angle,
whole pocket.
there's a lot of space there to go through, isn't there? Not that you see that low camera angle.
Yeah, he's got plenty of room. It's just like Buddy hit the nail on the head when you're down 5-1. This looks a little tricky.
Nailed it. All right. Well done. Wetch makes it now 5-2 in his championship match with Efren Reyes, and he'll be back, and so will we, and he'll be there with the break. Could narrow the margin. Don't go away. All right, Efren Reyes leads 5-2. Jimmy Wetch will have the break. It is a race to 8 for the World 8-Ball Championship. I'm with Nick Varner and Buddy Hall. I'm Tom Kelly, and I'll tell you, the race to 8, you don't get a chance to make many mistakes, do you guys?
As a rule, with this caliber of players here, one mistake is enough. If you make one mistake, they'll get you. And it's liable to not just cost you that game, it's liable to cost you 3 or 4 to go with it.
Yeah.
They make you pay the full penalty.
Yeah.
You know, Jimmy's in a position here where he desperately needs to run out a rack or two and tighten up the match a little bit.
Got to make a ball.
And he needs a ball on this break.
He didn't get it, I don't
Boy, did
believe.
you see the 3-ball did everything but fall in, just rattled around down there and came right back out and refused him.
And look how the balls are spread out on the table. But I don't know what kind of shot Efren's got with that cue ball so close to that stripe.
Yeah.
That's why the break is so important. If you make a ball on a break, sure, you have to take that, whether it's a solid or a stripe, you have to take that denomination of balls. But if you don't make a ball on a break, then your opponent comes in with an option. He can play either ball and liable to park you in the chair for a week.
Yeah, having that choice is awful powerful. Now he's going with the stripes.
Man, he just ripped that thing at it, didn't he?
I don't know how he landed there.
He better find something up table.
I think the 14s. The 14 is okay, but
I think he's found a position where he's going to really have to make a bank or a tough shot maybe if he can't hit that 14.
that might have been a kind
Can
of
he get by the 8 there?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe he can shoot at the 14. But he may not want to shoot at the 14. If it's blocking the 2-ball, he may not want to open it up yet.
Well, he's got a little bit of a problem with the 2 red balls on the lower left part of the screen. One's a stripe, one's a solid, and that solid's blocking his pass straight in that corner pocket.
The 3-ball. Got him hung up a little bit.
I don't believe he wants to shoot at the 14. I believe he may have room to make it, but I don't think he wants to open that pocket up right now because of the way the 3 and the 11 are laying.
Ooh, I think he might. Oh,
That's the worst thing he could have done there. Still, now Jimmy has to deal with the 4-ball over by the 14th.
he may end up. Of course, he's going to try to break it out if he can, but he may have to end up banking that ball.
He's got to go after it as soon as possible.
You mentioned Mayuchi. Jimmy's just signed a new contract with him. He's wearing a Mayuchi shirt. You see that out there, Nicky? He said he got a new cue. We're
Yeah.
working with it this week.
He's in the finals of the World Championship with his new cue.
How about that?
It's working pretty good, and
Amen.
I think this is the first tournament he's played since he got it.
It is the
It
first
is.
tournament.
Yeah, you got the cue this Monday. You told me this past Monday. And
I asked him, I said, Jimmy, how long did it take you to get used to your new cue? He said, well, as soon as I got it, I practiced 8 hours a day, 3 days in a row.
After all, there's almost $2 million out there that a guy could latch onto a big chunk of it.
Well, there's so many exciting things happening on the Pro Billiards Tour this year. We're picking up really good sponsors and our new television contract. The commissioner's been busy. We're getting the rest of our tournaments the rest of the year, Tom, as you well know.
That's right.
We're
14
televising every single one of them, the finals, and the fans been asking for it. And this year they're going to get some really serious pool.
There's a nice ball made by Wetch. Indeed, it'll be down in San Juan, Puerto Rico, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Fort Lauderdale, Charlotte, North Carolina, New Orleans, Nashville, Denver, Atlanta, Memphis, McAfee, New Jersey, the Great Gorge, Providence, Rhode Island, then ended up with the Legends of 9-ball at Commerce, California in January. And the tour comes your way. Come out and watch the world's best play. These are the finest pool players in the world, and they'll show you shots you never dreamed possible.
Well, with that schedule, my wife's got my suitcase packed and ready to go, Tom.
She's got hers packed, too. She's going with you.
You're right there, buddy.
I saw that beautiful lady earlier tonight. She was watching Mr. Nicky do his thing out there.
He has to try to come into the back of the 4-ball here. I don't know why he didn't shoot at the shot before. Leave one more ball out there to look at. See, he has a ball on the end rail, so if he can come into the back of the 4, if he can shoot this ball on the side.
Can he go into it right now off the 6 on the side, or?
No, I think he has to hit the end rail, but he has the 3 ball is on the end rail. This is a perfect time to go for it if you're going to go.
Right.
He wants a little better angle. See, that's the reason he didn't shoot it the first time.
Scott Smith down there looking very carefully, came down, busted that 4-ball
if it
out
doesn't
of
tie
there.
up. Oh, perfect. What
Beautiful.
a nice shot.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Do you shoot it now or do you shoot the 5? I think I shoot the 5.
Well, the reason I wouldn't shoot it now is if that cue ball, if I can't avoid that red stripe, the 3 on, or the red solid on the end rail. Yeah. So he may be forced here to try to play the 5 and either draw back or play the 6 before he comes down for these 2 balls. Now, does that 8 go by that 14, buddy? That 8's a problem too.
I believe the 8 does go by the 14.
You know, looking at the cue ball and the 5 ball, to me that looks like a tough shot. The cue ball is so close to that 5 ball that seems to me to be a tough shot.
You hit the nail on the head, Tom.
But it just seems that it's a tough angle. I know you can make that. I know he did, but it just seemed to me that it was so close to the cue ball that he'd have a better shot of 2.5 feet down here in the corner. Didn't do it.
I believe he was distracted then a little bit on that 5.
So? Boy, that is.
He didn't seem to stay down real good with that shot. He's certainly not worried about this first shot.
No, I shouldn't think. Reyes leads 5 games to 2. It is the 8th game. It's a race to 8 to determine the.
I think he may have to play a kiss shot on that middle stripe off the 5, maybe, you think?
I think he's going to go 2 rails across right now and try to play the other ball up in the same pocket with this ball right now. Oops. That's what he tried to do, and the side got in the way. He was going to go back and forth across table and try to play the 12 down in the same pocket as the 14.
Now, with the ball in hand, can we place the cue ball anywhere on the table now?
Yes, we can. Yes, Jimmy gets to put it any place he wants, Tom.
And he wants straight in on one of these lower balls.
I'm sure. I'm sure. A scratch or ball in hand after the break, Nick Varner, you must play it at the end toward the rack. Is that correct?
Yeah, you
behind
don't have
the
to
line.
Play,
is that correct?
You have to play it behind the line, not out of the box only, but someplace behind that line. The line. You have to shoot at a ball forward of the head string, they call it. I know one thing. I'd like to say that green ball for my last ball, the 8 ball, the last shot for the 8 ball they call the key ball, and usually you try to leave it as close to that 8 as you can.
Yeah, this is the old hit and stick routine is what Nicky's talking about. Here you want to play straight in on the 6, so all you have to do is just shoot and stop.
Before you play the 8. That's what they call your key ball and 8 ball, and everybody likes to stop it before they shoot.
Right, he'll play a 2-rail angle out here so he can try to get dead straight in on the 6.
If memory serves correct,
just
very
get
nice.
off the rail. He just wants to bounce off.
2.
Yeah, that's good. This is the second break opportunity that Jimmy has had against Reyes. You don't get many of those in a lifetime, much less two in the same game. And now the 8-ball in the corner. And this would narrow things considerably to 5-3 if indeed he can put it in, and he does.
Man. I'm sorry, Tom, but he used the whole pocket again. He hit the side rail.
He's my kind of player. 5-3. Reyes leads Wetch, but it is a very close match now for the World 8-Ball Championship. We'll be back to see how it turns out in a moment. From the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada, the Pro Billiards Tour presents the Camel Pro Billiards Series, brought to you by AMF Playmaster, bringing quality to the table, American Professional Billiards, and by Mayuchi, used by more pros than any other custom cue. Action continues here in the World 8-Ball Championship. Jimmy Wetch now has the break. He's trailing Efren Reyes 5-3. It is a race to 8. I'm Tom Kelly with Hall of Famer Nick Varner, the Little Colonel from Owensboro, Kentucky, and the Rifleman Buddy Hall. Buddy, you're down in Florida now, are you?
Tampa.
Tampa.
Yes.
You got a pool hall down there? A little interest in one?
Well, I have an interest in one, yes, but
Good.
My major plan is to open a new one.
Great.
I'm getting ready to open a 40-table room.
That's beautiful. We wish you great success with it.
Thank you.
Well, that, I think, was a critical break there for Jimmy. He failed to pocket a ball, and if it's a little hard to catch, it's going to be hard for him to catch up one rack at a time, Tom.
Well, and one chance at a time. He's got to wait for Reyes, who's given him 2 opportunities to get back in. Hence, it's only 5-3. And in Jimmy's behalf, why, he's been equal to the task when given the opportunity. But Reyes doesn't give you many chances to get back into a game.
There is no choice here. He has to take the stripes. The only... I wouldn't shoot the 9 now. I would shoot the 13 first. That is with the understanding that I could get position on the 12 in the side pocket.
Well, he certainly is studying his options here very carefully. Reyes, of course, was just overwhelming in an 8-0 decision in the semifinals over Steve Miserak. And the Miz, who's one of the great players this game has ever seen, just got off the stool twice, made a ball on 2 separate occasions, couldn't continue on with the rack in any shape or form, and Reyes just literally ate him alive.
Well, it's a case where Steve really played such a great tournament, but yet in the match against Efren, Efren played so good, Steve really never got much of a chance even to shoot. And it's kind of, from Steve's standpoint, it's a little bit disappointing, and I know I've had the same thing happen to me.
Let me tell you, he showed a great sense of humor, though, because when they came out to play this match, he was sitting in the chair, and he said, "I'm ready. When do I play?" And I said to him, "That time is come and gone, Miz." And he said, "Well, I've only lost 1 game." He said, "I ought to be able to continue," and the crowd loved it.
Okay, he's cleared that ball. He still has the 12 ball to deal with.
You know, if that doesn't go in the side, he will have to break it out because the 5 ball's blocking the bank shot, buddy.
Right. He may try to play position on the 15 to bump the 5 out of the way.
Efren Reyes, he's the defending champion.
Or he could use the 9 if he comes up to the middle of the table and then come across 1 rail. All he has to do is move the 7. Just touch it. But he's got a lot of choices here.
He's going to move it back against it. If he's not careful, he's going to move it right back against the 5.
I think he froze that thing. Oh, no, he didn't, but very close to it, didn't he?
I think he wanted to be just a little bit more right of those balls, Tom, so he could come around 2 rails and break that out. Evidently, it doesn't go because he doesn't. That could be the only problem with this table is getting that 7 and 12 apart where the 12 goes. I don't believe it does go on the side, buddy, the way he's acting.
Maybe it doesn't go because of the way he's acting. It just...
Or he might be kind of, you know, worried about making a bad hit as he makes it in the side. It may be one of those that's really close.
It looks like it to me. Looks like it would really be a very close thing. If he goes after that, Scott Smith, I'm sure, is going to be hunkered down, looking right over his shoulder, watching every move.
Well, if it don't go, he's got a big problem.
He has a problem right now. He may have to turn around even and bank the 9. He may have to bank the 9 or cut the 15 in the side. But here you're going to run into the 8. You don't want to be rolling that 8 around too loosely.
No, because if it finds a hole, you got to sit down.
The score's 5-4 then.
Can he cut that 15? Oh, he's going to cut it back.
He's going to play it off the 5 and draw over and try to break those 2 balls out. He's going to play a kiss shot. What
Tell
a
me
shot.
about that.
How about that shot?
Isn't that beautiful?
I finally saw it, buddy, just in the nick of time.
The magician at it again. Boy, I tell you, he can find more ways. Look at that, a replay on that. Absolutely perfect.
You know, that's what makes this 8-ball such a tough mental game. You finally think your opponent's in trouble, and there's so many options out there sometimes that you don't see them all, and then he makes a spectacular shot like that, and then
he has
ends
a
up
terrible shot here.
That's right, he has.
He hit it. I'm sorry, Nicky. He hit a terrible shot there. That 8-ball is really tough to get on now. It's hard to play position on that 8 from here. He's going to have to hit it with an inside cue ball. You're going to have to follow this ball.
go 3 rails, isn't he?
Yeah.
With low luck.
With left-hand English. Well, he hit it great.
Man, how good did he hit that ball?
He hit it great.
Oh,
I tell you what,
look at that. Well, where does he put it? Does he put it over in the side pocket, take it up in the corner pocket at the end
Up
now?
in the upper right-hand corner. He'll pace this. He'll play it nice and slow, let the pocket grow.
I love the expression, let the pocket grow.
Right. He plays at pocket speed, makes the pocket as wide as he can.
Well, you're watching one of the best that ever picked up a stick, no question about it. Efren Reyes showing us some dazzling pool as he now advances and picks up an advantage now of 6-3 in the race to 8 for the World 8-Ball title. We'll be back. Yes, buddy? Jimmy Wetch, did I call him? What did I call him?
Johnny.
Johnny. Oh, I was thinking of Johnny Archer because he beat Archer. Thank you very much. Yeah, Jimmy Wetch, young man from Bloomington, Minnesota. Well, I'll tell you, win, lose, or draw, it's been a great tournament for this young guy. And he has proved that he certainly belongs right up there with the rest of the best of you guys. And I'm sure that his career is very much in front of him. He's going to be a big-time player on this circuit.
He's already a big-time player. He's a really good player. He's tough to beat.
Well, he's already tough as beat as almost anybody.
Yeah.
There are no easy, I'll walk right through this guy matches anymore, are there, fellas? Huh?
No.
Boy.
No, Uncle Tom, you figured that out right away.
Boy, I tell you, and when you throw in $1.5 million and then $250,000 more, that is some kind of rainbow pot at the end of the pot of gold at the end of the circuit.
Yeah, everybody's aiming a lot harder this year. I can promise you.
Nick says everybody's aiming a lot harder. Yep. No more careless shoves at it.
In fact, I played a couple guys. I thought they were playing for their life.
Not sure they wasn't.
They might have been. Yeah. The sheriff with the foreclosure paper might have been coming after him, and they're looking for a way out.
Yeah.
In case you've just joined us, why the young man Jimmy Wetch defeated Johnny Archer. Very good match. 8-6. He put Archer away, and Archer, of course, Player of the Year a season ago, 3-time world champion, 9-ball. And a guy who was seeded #1 here in the tournament.
Yeah, Johnny's really played great the last 4 years.
And he's just a youngster, too. He's just in his 20s, huh? This kid is 28 years of age, the one you're watching now.
I believe him and Johnny's about the same age.
Oh. Well, I don't know, except that he missed it. Might be a combination of things, desperately needing to
I think a problem there is not only did he have to make the ball, but see, the yellow stripe, the 9, is blocked by the 6, and he was trying to get that loose where he could make it. So it was kind of a combination of trying to do a couple things on the same shot, and sometimes your accuracy is just not quite as good when you're forced to do 2 things at the same time.
Instead of getting 1 thing done, he was trying to do 2 and didn't get anything done, did he? So Reyes, left-handed. Don't let that startle you. Reyes can play left-handed, I think, the entire rack and still shoot with the best of them.
He does play good with either hand.
Yep. Yeah. Man has an amazingly lovely touch with that stick. He a great stroke, and he can put more moves on that cue ball than you would ever imagine possible. It is a rare circumstance, and we've seen it tonight here, where he has left a couple hanging in the pocket that has enabled Jimmy Wetch to get into the game. He's not unbeatable, of course. People have beaten him, but not many. He leads 6-2 in the race to 8.
Trying desperately to get on the hill.
Yep.
The 1's his only problem. He's got a tied up 1 ball that he needs to be taken care of.
That's in that cluster over by the side pocket at the top of the screen, huh, buddy?
Right. That may go up in the other corner. The corner he's looking at right now. If it passes there, then he may have an avenue. Nope. Doesn't look like it passes.
No.
He's certainly giving it a lot of thought. It must not be too easy, because he's usually moves around the table pretty quick, but all of a sudden he's come to a standstill here.
We'll be back with more of the World 8-Ball Championship, but first, this important timeout.
The winner, of course, will scoop up $20,000 large. Very nice. Part of the $100,000. This tournament payoff.
I think he's going to draw into him here, buddy.
I don't know. I don't know.
Or go into him off the other ball.
He's going to have to deal with it, and he needs to deal with it before it's the last ball on the table.
Yeah, and it's either this shot or the next. You know, he might have got the angle where he can't get up to him right now. He's looking to try to come off the rail, 1 rail, and hit the first stripe, and then hit the stripe that's a little closer to the 1.
Well, he's going to try to split him so he can come across table for position on that on the ball up there.
Oh, he missed him.
Just missed.
But he's got a chance now. He's got another chance at him. He can play that in the left-hand bottom corner and then go over and either hit the and try to hit the stripe that's next to the 1. So the cue ball, watch it go toward that right side pocket.
He missed it. He didn't even threaten the pocket.
Well, it happens to the best of them. Now we saw Wetch a moment ago try to do too much and didn't get anything done, and now here comes Reyes right back trying to make the ball in the corner and bust up that combination over in front of the side pocket, and now Wetch is right back up.
He's better make his move. It's getting late.
It is indeed.
But not as late as it would have been if he'd run out this rack.
Right.
That was, for a Wetch, that's got to be a breath of fresh air getting a shot at 6-3 instead of 7-3, man.
Right. Yeah.
See, the 1 ball doesn't have the 13 tied up. The 13 will go up in the corner. It will pass the 1 and go in the corner, in the upper corner. If he can just fall with good position on the 12.
He's worried about this, the 2 stripes there, because it looks like when he plays the 11, he's going to stay on the same end with those 2 balls, and he doesn't have.
Well,
I guess he sees something I don't. It looks like to me he could get in trouble here.
you get in a lot of trouble if you don't shoot to 14.
That's right. It's just for openers, you can get in a lot of trouble.
You hit the nail on the head there.
Now he may have a nice angle to just take care of all of his problems.
Played that position beautifully.
He don't want to baby this one to stick behind it. He wants. Oh, he missed it.
Yep.
He didn't touch it.
No.
But he's got a shot on it for the corner. But now if that 9 doesn't go in the corner.
Well, the 9 doesn't go.
He's going to have to draw up and play him.
Right. It's a soft draw. He's going to play
in the corner pocket.
Right.
The other corner.
He's going to play that ball up in the other corner
or
first.
Side.
Wow. He's going to play this ball first.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was looking at. And he's got to draw back for the side of the other corner.
I don't like this.
The left-hand side or corner, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
No,
that ball must pass.
Go. Yeah, he will.
It has to pass.
Yeah, but it must be a little tight. So he better aim pretty hard at this one.
That's like a fat guy's belt. Let me tell you, that's tight.
If it was
up and even played him in this corner where his hand's at before.
Yeah.
If it's that tight, because he's got to hit this pretty hard on top of everything else, which you want to roll this ball if it's tight. He actually hit the ball and still made it. He's pretty fortunate there.
Yes, he is.
Now the 8 ball awaits him and a chance to move back and make this match 6-4 in the race to 8. Very important shot. Missed this and he's really down 7-3.
If he misses this
I think he's pretty happy with this.
If he misses this one, the fat lady will be on in 5.
That's right. He'll be back out singing. Yeah.
Well, he's okay.
Yep. Beautiful.
Tell you what, we still got a match, it looks like.
Yes, we have, Nick Varner. We have indeed. So it is now 6-4 as Wetch has battled his way back. He's down by 2 racks in the race to 8. The World 8-Ball Championship still very much in the balance. We'll be back to see how it ends up. You're watching the action here at the Riviera Hotel and Casino on the Strip in fabulous Las Vegas. That's Jimmy Wetch, young man out of Bloomington, Minnesota, who is battling the magician, perhaps the #1 player in the world, Efren Reyes, the defending 8-ball champion. The match is 6-4 in favor of Reyes, and Wetch has the all-important break. Needs to make a ball here, or a couple. He's got one.
He made one.
Yeah. Made a stripe.
That's what I mean. There you go. You made a stripe.
Yeah.
Now, nice talking to you.
Yeah, see if you can find any out there that are close to where you want them. Huh?
He's looking at this 14. Yeah, I think he's going for the 14, buddy.
Yeah, we'll check his nerves right here.
This shot here could be the turning point of the match for him if he can come with this shot.
That tough, really, to cut that ball in the corner?
Man, this is really a hard shot.
He's shooting right over that pocket deep in the corner.
This is tough, tough, tough.
A lot of them.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Boy, what a great shot that was.
He just treated it like it was nothing.
Yeah, nailed it.
Now, he's still got a problem with that 9 ball on the right side of the table on the lower part of the screen. It's because one of Efren's solid balls is sitting there close to the hole.
Right.
So he's still got to deal with that, Tom.
That's the 4 ball down there we're looking at in the bottom?
Yeah.
Sitting right there. Huh?
Right. What you have to do now is that you have a chess game now. You have to pick it apart. I think that the shot here, if he can get by the ball, is to play that 1 ball in the side, bump it over, and then try to give himself an angle to play position for the 9 ball for the side pocket. You see what I'm saying? He's got to open that side up. You got to shoot that ball now. That clears the 9.
All right. Here's Wetch now.
This shot here clears the pocket for the 9. Now he's got to just drop underneath the 9 and play that ball in the same pocket. There he goes. He's looking at it.
You called that one right, buddy. That's exactly what he's looking at. He wants to float right over between that 4 and 9 and end up playing the ball on the side just like you described.
I'm sure all the pool devotees looking in realize that while you're making this shot, you're also thinking a shot or 2 ahead. That there's no reason to make this if you haven't got position for what else you want to do. And it's interesting, he walked over and put an angle on that to see what it would look like going in, if he could get a ball behind it and do it. It's 1 or 2 shots ahead. You've got to be if you're going to play at this level.
Well, this really requires a great touch here. Boy, I
how
think
did
he
he
might
hit it?
have really hit that good there.
Boy, if he don't get a hand on that one,
Yeah.
he deserves a hand on that one. Now he just scoot up, play the 15. This one's Katie bar the door.
Are you ready? Buddy's already got it.
Yeah.
He's already
You
got him.
already got it in the bag.
That's
haven't
right.
you?
Yeah, I've already marked the score on this one.
Buddy's got him at 6-5 already.
Yeah. If he makes the 9, it is 6-5 because he'll be straight in on the 15, and all you're 12 in. The 8's right up in the corner.
Now Scott Smith
This
is
is a
coming
big
over to
shot right
see
here.
that he doesn't disturb another ball.
Right, this is a big shot. All you got to do is make the 9.
Yep. Got that.
I don't see any problems from here. Do you, Nicky?
He just got to draw back a little bit so he can get back down for the A ball. I'd like to draw back close to the side there where I could just go.
Yeah, where you can hit a nice roll shot.
Yeah.
Just roll it over
Yeah,
there.
I just like to bounce off and come back a couple inches, maybe 3-4 inches, and you should. It's easy. But only easy if you play like this Jimmy Wetch, I guess.
Well, I don't know if I would have wanted to pull it back that far or not. How far back did he pull it?
All he's got to do is roll forward and bounce
okay.
off the
He's
rail.
all right.
He's real good.
Perfect.
Right there. Beautifully done.
That's definitely my favorite shot in A ball.
Yeah, I'll take this one. I'll play these from here.
Well done, Jimmy. Well done.
That was an excellent out.
It is 6-5, and the plot thickens. Close.
Look at that 8 ball go up toward that corner pocket.
Oh, boy.
Boy, that 8 ball flew out of that rack.
I believe it came up dry.
Yes, he did.
And he kind of stubbed his toe last time he was at the table, so he knows he can't afford another. He needs to get out this time.
No, Efren, who's a magnificent player, has really had a couple of mistakes more than one generally sees in a week of activity from him.
Right. The stripes are not impossible to take here because the 11 goes right off of the 6 and clears everything.
He found a way to hit the solids, Buddy Hall.
Well, you know, I actually like the stripes better, Buddy, because I would have started with the 9 and then tried to get on the red ball with the stripe and maybe played a kiss shot off the 6 on the side. You know, I actually like the other ones better.
Well, he didn't like the 2 stripes on the side rail.
Yeah.
Now he has to make a tough shot. He has to make the 7. 7's the only shot that he has, unless he shoots one of Tom's shots, the combination on the 4-7. I don't believe he'll shoot that. I believe he'll play the 7.
Well, I don't know. I don't know but what this championship match deserves a nice combination play here by one of these great players. One of the best combination players alive is sitting next to us, Buddy Hall, Nick Varner. He's got more combinations you can think of.
Yeah.
He showed me one earlier. I think he had 20 balls out there. I think he had 2 racks going at one time out there. Oh. The crowd is obviously, as most crowds are, in favor of this young guy here who is obviously the underdog in this match. And that happens no matter what you're playing, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, pool, or what have you.
Right.
They go for the underdog. And this kid's got a chance to tie this up at 6 now.
You know, I believe he curved his ball there to shoot that combination.
You think he had to curve it?
He might have wrinkled his rock just a little bit.
Think he might have been snookered a little bit
A
there,
little
Buddy.
bit.
I tell you what, since he's got the stripes, I kind of like going for the 15 right now and going after that 9 ball and 5 ball that are tied up because you got the 13 hanging here. Do you like that, Buddy, or is that a little too risky for you?
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, it is. It is. My heart won't hardly take that.
Tampa's Mr. Conservative is going to go for that.
Well, I don't know. I might with this solid down here in the corner.
Well, you can't
I mean, you have a
off
stripe down here in the corner right underneath.
Yeah,
it.
the 13 ball. He's
He's got to come out of there with a shot.
well.
He can't pull the trigger.
It must be sitting pretty hard. I can see where it does look, because if he brushes the 5, it just doesn't figure to go.
If it brushes the 5.
And if it doesn't go, he's got his hands full getting out this rack.
He's getting away from it. He's going to leave it for another moment, another shot. He's going in the corner.
I'll tell you what, where that ball's at, I kind of like playing it if it's tight anyway, Buddy. Because if it doesn't go, These balls are kind of laying over here where.
See, they're really not blocking. They're not blockers. They're the way the nine's sitting. If it has a chance to go, you just about have to shoot it, because if you don't get it out of there, then your opponent, it's not blocking any of those other shots.
Well, he's not going to have an opportunity to shoot at it now because he just couldn't get the ball on it now.
Right, and the point Nicky was trying to get to is he's not going to get much better than what he was right there.
That's exactly right. Yeah, unless he gets above it and he's got a shot to put it all the way down in the corner down here. Can he maneuver that cue ball up here in the top left side to where he could play it back down in the corner?
Well, these balls, he's having hard enough time with these three right here going from one ball to the next. And
I think he's got a problem right now because the 6 didn't move.
Yeah, he wanted, because it's right in front of the 8. It blocks both the green and the 8 for the side pocket, which are in the best position to maybe come over and get position on the 9 or break it out. But I don't like going after it now, do you?
If he makes that stripe up and...
He's looking here to play the 10 and try to stop in time to play the 14 in this corner and then slide over for the 9. But that's no picnic either, because when you fall on that 9, all them other balls are around you. It's hard to get back for this other stripe. This is, I tell you what, by not playing that 9,
he's caused himself a lot of problems.
It may cost him an important game in this match.
He's
well,
going for it now.
I tell you what, if he doesn't go in the hole, I tell you what.
Oh boy,
he's got to really be happy. As tough as this shot is, buddy, he's got to be pretty happy just to get this shot on the 9.
He got nothing from here.
He could have hooked himself around there.
He's got nothing from here. He is dead in the water right there. I don't see anything.
He can't make the 9.
Well, if he can make the 9, what's he going to do from there? He's going to
bump the 7 and just float past the other solid and play that 10 in the corner.
Yeah.
But then what do you do with the green one? He's like
dead in the water.
If he wins this game, he's made a championship shot.
Now he's going to try to draw his ball. Maybe play the 14 down in this lower left-hand corner. That's all I can see.
Oh, he played safe? Or?
No, he didn't play safe. He just missed it, I think.
Yeah.
But he got safe. He got pretty safe.
Yes, he did. What has he left? He hasn't left much, has he?
He may have left a combination billiard. A billiard combination, Tom.
We'll be back with more of the World 8-Ball Championship, but first, this important timeout.
We may see Efren not even try to make a ball here.
Yeah, all he wants to do is just bump the 7.
Well, suppose he just put the cue ball right up here behind the 5.
Yeah, right
Laid
there.
it right in there. That'd really be a... Huh?
Yep. Nasty position for Jim.
I'm sorry I thought of it, but it is nasty, really.
Tom, we're starting to wonder about you.
Yeah, maybe I don't want to play golf with you one of these days.
I got a little bit of a nasty streak, maybe. As warm and sweet and lovable as I am most of the time, I do turn nasty every now and again.
That's exactly where I would play this shot. I would play that ball to right there.
Buddy, he's got to do it.
I would play your shot, Tom, and definitely play your shot
up against that 5, and you couldn't get it out of there with blasting powder.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have to agree with you. If you can put him in there. Efren, now he's looking the other way.
He's going to end up putting him right there, even if he's got to nip it and come to the end rail and back down.
Yeah.
That might be what he's thinking about.
Well, he tried something similar to what you was talking about.
Yeah, but he didn't do a very good. He didn't do a very good job of it. That's not. Buddy's right. He's got that. What is that? The 10 ball down there, and he can.
Shot.
Yeah, but what does he play next, and where does he play it?
Well, yeah, but take one at a time here if he's,
Comes this way, and just see what it looks like after that. He's got to be really happy to be shooting at any kind of shot.
I think so, too. I think Efren had a big-time chance.
Because if he bumps that 1 and fell just right, he could get over and play the 14 in the side of the corner. And that was better than the shot I figured he'd have, because I figured he'd be shooting into the rail first, just trying to contact one. Well, if he gets position, makes this ball and gets position on another ball, he's really made a fabulous shot, no matter.
Yeah, he's got to go, too. He's got to go for it.
Just pocketing that 10 was, and getting all the way back was hard.
Yeah. Efren would like to be able to shoot the 6 right now.
Well, he did get the cue ball back there. He would have had a chance at that 9, but he had to make the 10, and he didn't.
Well, he does have to make this ball if he goes for it, because there's no free lunch here.
No.
He is going to leave Wetch a chance to win the game if he would miss this 2. So
What's he going to cut that in the corner?
Yeah, I think he's going to play position on the end ball down here. No, he killed his rock. That's opened everything right up.
you play the 1 in the opposite corner pocket, buddy, or do you play
the 5 ball?
5.
Well, I don't know. It's just a matter of preference. It's really hard to tell from here. It's just a matter of choice there.
I would think you'd take the 5 because the 1 ball is out more open, and you get a. Well, he didn't really pull it back enough to get a real good angle for the corner on the 1, did he? Maybe he's got to play the 7 now, huh?
I know what he would like to do. He'd like to be able to play the 1 and the 6. The 1, 6, 2.
I think he's
and
going to
then
have
play
to
the
play
7.
he might have to play the 2 next. He may
Right.
bounce off and go all the way up table for the,
Right.
or come down table on our screen.
There he is. That's nice.
Now, do you play? I kind of like playing the 7 next and then cut the 6 on the side, or play it in the corner, same pocket as a 2. Which pattern you like here? Because you got a choice here for sure.
Well, I definitely would play the 2, 6. I would play the 2, then the 6.
I see what you're getting at, because
Oh,
once
you
you
gotta
get
get straight
possession
in
on
on
the
the 7.
7, you don't have to move the cue ball very
Right.
far.
He's playing for the 7. He's playing for the 7.
And he's going to come across.
He's going to have to now because he can't get it to 6. He's got to play the 7.
Now, do you play it above the 12 or below the 12?
I think I go below. Tell you what, ideal's not exactly on that rail.
No.
I tell you what, he's falling a little funny here. He's got to cut that in, Tom, and the problem, if he goes too far forward, he may end up with an awful thin cut on that 8 ball. He may actually play the 6 and try to bump the 8 for this other side pocket. What do you think?
Yeah,
what would you do here, buddy?
I think he'd definitely bump the 8. I wouldn't want to trust this trying to roll all the way down to the end and all the way back. I'd want to go right into it.
Yeah,
Go
I
right
think,
into it, or even draw it past it between those 2 balls.
That's. I tell you what, he's falling on the. He's got to aim at this. This is not automatic making this shot.
No, I don't
And
think
this is one of those kind that like to skid too.
he makes this. He'll go up 7. He did it. He goes up 7-5. I tell you, he's tough. All right. Efren Reyes is just 1 rack away from repeating as a World 8-ball champion. And, of course, he'll have the cue stick for the break when we come back to the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas. Stay tuned. So it's come down to this, 7-5. Reyes leads Wetch. Reyes with the cue in hand and a chance to defend successfully his World 8-ball championship. Going to get a ball in the corner. Yep. Got a solid. Yeah. Got
A little one?
solid. Yeah. Looked like, I don't know, 3 ball.
Got a 3-ball combination,
so.
Tom?
Hey. Hey. He's got it, hasn't he?
I believe that's.
Tell you what,
Is that a stripe up there, or is that? That's a stripe. No.
If he can hit one of those balls there, it looks like to me.
I believe the only one he can hit is the 7.
Oh boy, that's the best one, I think. I'd rather play the 7 combination, and then if I could draw back and catch the 9 and get rid of these 3 and go down and take care of the 6, the 5, and the 1. But he's going the other way. He must.
He don't have option here now, does he?
Whoops.
He's kind of on the 50-yard line a little bit here. He's pretty thin on this one.
He really is, and he has no shot at the 5 over there either.
And he may try to come out of their 2 rails where he's got position.
He can cut it in the corner up there. That's what he's going to do.
No, he's staying high. I tell you what, this is still tricky, buddy. This is getting real tricky.
He's got a combination at it now, though.
But he's still got that 7 in there.
Right. Well, he's probably going to play the cue ball to just double kiss it so he can stay there for the next ball.
Oh, he was able to draw over. It just depends on how thin on this 7 he is. If he can get position on the 2 or the 5 here, that's evidently it's not too bad. Well, he got up. See, I think his problem, he's just a little bit too thin on this 7, maybe. He may have to bump that 14.
To get the 2 ball out where he can get at it?
No, just to get position so it stops the cue ball.
Right there?
And now he's got to go. He may have to go across the table, and then he's going to have to play a pretty good position shot for that 8. He needs to be about the same distance off the rail as the 5 ball is with the white ball, I think.
He's deep on it.
I tell you what, he's going to be coming right toward those 2 stripes.
That's going to bring him right in here.
And it's going to depend on, or can he draw back here, buddy?
He may be able to come straight across and then back out.
Get above the 13. Can he get above the 13?
I don't think so. I think he's going to have to play below the 13, over and back. I don't know. Below the 13, he's hooked himself.
That thing.
He's hooked himself.
Oh. He's going to almost have to play a jump shot, it looks like to me, or a curve shot. The curve shot may not work because he might scratch in the side. I think the only thing, unless you kick at it, 1 rail by that 13, he did that earlier on the 1 ball.
Yes. Well, if he shoots the curve shot, he'll be all right because the cue ball will come in about the first diamond.
Oh, it'll go below the side.
Well, yeah, if he's curving it because he's got to send it out, and it's going to come in at a different angle than what you're looking at there. You see what I'm saying?
Can't believe he's looking at the end rail. I mean,
it'll come at an angle even greater than where the 15's at.
He's going with either the curve or the jump.
He's playing it up in the left-hand corner.
He's going with the.
He's curving it.
This is it for the World 8-Ball Championship. This would put him at 8.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet, Tom. He's lucky he didn't scratch on that as well. That must have been a very difficult shot. Must have been a very difficult shot.
Oh, it was a difficult shot. He had to curve his ball and then hit a certain spot.
That ball came
really
off.
Hard to do.
He was surprised that that cue ball stopped behind that stripe there. He thought he had hit it hard enough to clear because I seen him when it hit the rail. He was a little stunned.
Is there a problem for Wetch? Can he run this rack now? And
Wetch loves this layout.
Yeah.
He's so happy it's unbelievable. Number 1, the guy just shot at the winning World Championship 8-ball, and he's back at the table. He's got to be happy as a lark, wouldn't you think, buddy?
Yeah.
There's no question about that. Yeah. Got to feel he's got a new lease on life. Just don't do anything to get it screwed up, huh?
Yeah, you just don't get stupid. You just got to make sure he doesn't run into something. Just stay out in the middle there. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he can really play about any pattern he wants here.
Yeah, he just pick these off.
Wherever he falls on the next ball that makes it easier to go to the next ball, he just doesn't want to get the cue ball on the rail. Just keep it out in space.
If he runs his rack, he'll move it to 7-6. Reyes still up by a game in the race to 8.
I know what I'd be thinking about. Just bear down and run out here to score 7-6. And if I could ever run 2 racks, I'd become the World 8-Ball Championship.
Yeah.
Win that tournament right here if he can run 2 racks after this one.
Yeah. And what a move that'd be for this young pro player out of Bloomington, Minnesota.
Thought you were going to say whippersnapper.
No. Although I'm old enough and he's young enough to qualify in both regards. That's a. Oh,
well, you're home.
I thought for a moment he'd missed it.
He used the whole pocket.
Oh boy, didn't he? Looked a little sneaky to me. Yeah, he's from a suburb of.
Look at him.
Look out! That's
the most unbelievable shot I've ever seen. Can you believe he done that?
You know,
the
that's,
8-ball championship of the whole world.
is that cruel to have it end like that for him?
Yeah.
Ball in hand, and here's Reyes. How cruel can it be?
He's smiling on the outside, but he's crying on the end.
An unbelievable set of circumstances. Oh, Jimmy Wetch has got to be just...
Wow.
Shouldn't go near anything sharp for the next couple of days. Don't shave, don't go near any sharp edges, nothing.
That was like an Alfred Hitchcock movie there. What a twist at the end, huh?
Unbelievable. So the winner and still champion, the World 8-Ball Master, is Efren Reyes, and we'll be back in just a bit. From the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada, the Pro Billiards Tour presents the Camel Pro Billiards Series, brought to you by AMF Playmaster, bringing quality to the table, American Professional Billiards, and by Mayuchi, used by more pros than any other custom cue. Well, the Camel Pro Billiards Series got off to a great start for television, a very dramatic finish to the World 8-Ball Championship. We're going to talk to all the participants, the happy winner and the I can't believe it happened to me loser, Jimmy. But first, the commissioner here. Don, you couldn't get this tour off to a better start than this.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think Jimmy could have got it off to a better start if he hadn't lost that shot at the end. But two-time world champion Efren Reyes keeps doing it every time out. He's the reason why the Pro Billiards Tour is the greatest pool on earth. Serious pool, Tom.
And I tell you, he's called the magician, make no mistake about it. Maybe he had a little magical twist on that shot that Jimmy suckered right back into the pocket for a scratch. This, of course, is the trophy, and Don Mackey, who's the commissioner for the Pro Billiard Tour, will be making that presentation. Jimmy Wetch, you proved, among other things, that you certainly belong playing for the World 8-Ball Championship. I was very impressed with your play today.
Well, thank you. I don't know what to say after that. I was glad to be there and glad to be part of the Camel Pro Billiards Tour Series, and congratulations to Efren.
I can't believe the ball did what it did. In fact, Nick Varner and Buddy Hall said it's almost like an Alfred Hitchcock movie. What a twist at the end of it. Looked like you were going to make it a 7-6 game and have the cue and a chance to break, and boy, it would have been...
I had a chance if I didn't scratch. Any of the top players can run 2 racks from there. I'm just trying to draw it like 2 inches and get to the middle of the table, and I somehow drew it all the way back to the side.
I know
pocket.
it's a very tough loss for you, but you played brilliantly, really, and we wish you continued success.
Thank you.
Efren, give me 5, my man. Congratulations, the defending champ, the magician. You're a great pool player.
Thank you very much.
You're a little bit lucky, though, huh?
Oh, got lucky this time. You know, if you don't scratch, I'm minus and then the whole set.
Let me tell you, great champions make their own luck. Larry Kiger, of course, with marketing, the man who's involved with the Camel Pro Billiard Series, getting it off to a great start, and you've got a little presentation for the champion, Larry.
Definitely off to a great start. We've got $250,000 in Camel Pro Billiard Series point fund money at the end of the year, and I know Efren was number 10 coming in to this event, and now I know he's in the top 5, so I know he's going to be on the march to get into the top money in the program. We've got something for him.
Right back here, it's a check for $20,000. That's not bad, Efren. You keep picking these up, huh?
Congratulations.
And I tell you, it doesn't look like much, but you can cash that, baby. Believe me, $20,000 worth. Congratulations on a magnificent tournament. We thank you for being with us. I want to thank Nick Varner and Buddy Hall for their expertise and comments on the program today. We hope you've enjoyed being with us here at the Riviera Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Coming up, the series continues. It'll be San Juan, Puerto Rico, El Conquistador. It'll be a great stop, and we look forward to having all of you with us. We'll see you there in a couple of weeks. For Don Mackey, the commissioner, I'm Tom Kelly. And for all of us here in the Pro Billiard Tour, thanks, and keep that stick chalked up. You never know, and you may get a chance to play for the big money. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Congratulations.